Welcome on another Fishy Friday, and today I'm in Peterhead in Scotland and I am on the Andra. And the Andra is the name of this amazing boat. It's a boat which goes for mackerel, right? The freshest mackerel. Yeah. And this is Lewis, the one and only Lewis. And with Lewis I'm going to cook together a pan-seared mackerel fillet and a delicious, stunning panzanella. Okay, so we start making the panzanella, and the panzanella is an Italian lovely bread salad. And actually what we use, the base of the panzanella, is we use like bread of the day before. But if you don't have bread of the day before and you only have fresh bread, we just have it in the oven, plain like this, in small bits and pieces for like 20 minutes on 175 degrees Celsius, which is around 320 Fahrenheit. Lewis, would you please like tear some nice pieces, have it in the bowl here. Okay. Perfect, so we have it on the tray, no oil, no seasoning. It's for around 20 minutes until it's a bit dry. Okay, so next step, we're going to cut these tomatoes in like small little cubes, maybe this big. Bit like this. Okay. I'm going to cut a red onion. So Lewis is the chef here on board, so he's cooking for all the fishermen. How many fishermen are on board?
12.
12.
Yeah.
And they need lunch, breakfast, dinner, and in between fishing? What is the rhythm of the?
It just depends. We have maybe one meal a day, we maybe have 3.
And if it's bad weather, good weather, doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. And do you eat the fish you catch, or?
Oh yes, we very much so. We eat mackerel.
The reason that Lewis and we're going to make this dish, this mackerel dish today, is because I asked Lewis this morning, what's the favorite meal of the fisherman? And then he said, okay, so it is mackerel fillet.
Pan-fried mackerel fillets. Very often we would use that, have it for breakfast, we sometimes have it for lunch. That we do. And all the crew like it.
So I've peeled the red onion, thank you for this, Lewis. And actually maybe the next step, would you make like a nice dressing, just a bit of olive oil and some white wine vinegar, pepper and salt, that's all. But we need really to make it acid. A panzanella, it's the acidity which really works together with the seared fish.
Okay.
So I'm going to cut the red onion quite roughly, that we really have nice little chunks. So wonderful, so you've seasoned the dressing, and now it's time to take the bread out of the oven. Beautiful. Okay, so this is beautifully crunched, not golden. Now we cool it down. I have it on the other platter. So while the bread is cooling down, Lewis, because I'm so curious, it must be such a beautiful life, but a hard life too. So how many days are you on board? So if you go out fishing?
Well, like this shot was taken in 24 hours, but sometimes we can maybe be out for a week, or it depends if the fish is there or not. And
so the more fish you catch, the sooner you'll be home.
Yes.
And you love your job?
Yes, it's a great life. It's a great life.
Every now and then you miss your family, or
but it's always nice to come home. You enjoy home all the more when you come home.
More intense.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
Lewis, this is the bowl. And now we're just going to add all these ingredients. So maybe you could add like 2-3 teaspoons of capers. Add the tomatoes. Yeah, this is perfect, Lewis, like this. Yeah. Okay, some red onion. Okay, so we have some peppers. I just give them to you, Lewis. Maybe you can rip them.
Yeah.
In a bit smaller pieces. Yeah, this is enough. 1 pepper. Okay, so we're almost there, Lewis. So I add the pieces of bread. So now I will add the dressing. Good, nice. And a bit of extra salt. And so this is great. This is now happening. All these flavors are getting infused. We will have it for 40-45 minutes for a little rest in the fridge. And then we're going to continue with this delicious mackerel. So Lewis, take off. We're going to...
Right, we're going to take out the center bone of the mackerel. We'll just take out, just so there's no bones in it at all.
Beautifully, because we want to have a fillet, so skin, boneless.
Boneless, that's right.
And beautiful skin.
Keep the skin on. Some mint of seasoned flour, just salt, ordinary flour, salt and pepper.
So salt and pepper, flour. And Lewis here has some milk and an egg, and he's going to whisk this. So that's the next step. So goes through the milk with the egg, and then there is
Some breadcrumbs.
breadcrumbs, both sides.
Both sides. Yeah.
Okay, so now the very special moment, because this is not just a regular frying pan. This is cooking in the middle of the sea with waves going crazy. Wind force 7, wind force 8, and Lewis will still make this dish amazing. And why? Because it has this beautiful, this is specially made, right, for cooking at sea.
Yes.
Could you show the audience how it's
Well,
working?
it's on a gimbal, so,
Okay,
so it has
so-
to be really, really bad weather when you can't use this. And that's not often. We want the oil really hot. Presentation side first.
There you go.
Okay. Okay, I'm just going to flip this one now. Maybe 2.5, 3 minutes each side.
Oh, Lewis, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So, when at sea, you can never expect when you sleep, right?
No, that's right. You can get a shout 2 o'clock in the morning, and you have to get out of bed and be ready to shoot the net.
But that's for the fishermen, and that's the moment you start cooking.
No, I go out on deck too. I have to be out when
So
we
you
are,
fish?
Yes.
So
when-
you fish and you cook at the same.
Yes, yes. The only difference the cook does is he doesn't take a watch in the wheelhouse.
Okay. Wow. Oh, I didn't know. So wow.
Yeah.
So I take the panzanella
Okay.
out of the fridge, basil. So now we give this a toss. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at this. Full of beautiful colors, stunning flavors. Lewis, we're going to plate this up. So we start with the panzanella. Nice pieces of bread, tomato, basil, red onion, bit of olive oil, a drizzle of olive oil, black pepper. Okay, Lewis, now it's time for your hero, the freshest mackerel fillet ever, on top of this stunning panzanella. Please.
Sounds nice.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Lewis, time for a taste.
Okay.
Freshest mackerel and panzanella. Okay, bit of the panzanella. So what do you think of it, Lewis?
Like it. I like the flavour of the basil and the sharpness of the vinegar coming through, complementing the oily fish.
It really
Just perfect.
balances really well with the oily mackerel. And what I love about the way you cook the mackerel, it's really this crunchy caramelized layer. But inside it's like tender, juicy.
Yeah.
The taste, the flavor of real fresh fish. Wonderful. Thank you, Lewis, for joining me and making this amazing, stunning mackerel. If you have any questions, any comments to Lewis about the life on a fisherman's boat, about cooking at sea, or to me, leave your comments, leave your questions down in the box below. Don't forget to subscribe. Hope to see you soon on another Fishy Friday. Bye bye.